Hello everyone, myself Sabri and I welcome you to our channel Solution Bridge Network and one-stop solution for all your Power Platform tutorials.
Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to understand how we are leveraging the JSON formatting option available in the SharePoint list to enhance the user experience. The use case, what I have taken here is an employee travel request with few columns, and we would like to add some of the JSON formatting to this list form to enhance the user experience. Normally, whenever you want to add a new item, you go and click a new item and you get this default form which we are trying to customize now. To customize this form, we have an option here to edit the form where you can edit the columns or you can configure the layout. If you go to edit columns, you have permission to move one column from one place to another, as well as whenever you click three dots against the specific column, you will have a section called edit conditional formula, and this edit conditional formula will help you control the visibility of this field on a certain condition. Let me click learn more to show you the basic syntax that we need to keep in mind while writing this code. So you see here, if that's the column name is equal to specific value, then true, which means it will show the field, else false, then this hides the field. Here they have explicitly called out it should be referenced only by the internal name of the SharePoint. Okay, let me copy this code, go back to the SharePoint site. I will paste it here. What we are trying to do here, whenever the transport mode is selected as air, then we need to make sure the justification for air travel is needed. As I said, this should be the internal name. So I'll tell you how you can find the internal name of a specific SharePoint list column. So for that, I will duplicate this. We can go to the settings and go to the list settings, which will show you all the available options and the list of columns that is available in your SharePoint list. Now we are trying to use this transport mode. You can click this transport mode, and at the top you will have a URL where end of the URL says field is equal to transport mode. The name that comes after the equal to is the internal name for that specific column. So I can go back to the previous section. So I will say if the transport mode is equal to air, then true, else false. Let me click on save, and here you can click on save. Now if you scroll down your form, you are not seeing the justification for air travel column. Immediately after you set the transport mode as air, you will start seeing that justification for air travel. What you can do, you can change this transport mode to a choice column as well. So let me go here, go to the column settings, edit. Now from the single line of text, I would like to change it as choice. The first choice is air, second choice is road, and the third choice is railway. I would like to give some color codings for each. Now if I click on save, this gets implemented. Now, if you go to the new item, you still follow the same logic whatever you have applied because the internal name does not change. So whenever you select air, you still see the justification for air travel. And if you go to road, that column gets hidden automatically. As a next step, if you see here, these columns are not properly arranged in format and this looks a bit cumbersome. So we would like to group these columns into section which will give a clear visibility to the end user. To do that, you can just again go to the edit form section. Now we are leveraging the configure layout section. In configure layout section, we can apply JSON formatting to three items. One is header, another one is body, another one is footer. Now, since we are trying to focus on the sections, we will get into the body section. As I said earlier, we do have a learn more section, which will give you an explanation of the syntax that should be using here. So let me click on learn more, which will take you to the page, and you can scroll down where you see the header configuration, footer configuration, followed by the section configuration. So first what we would like to do here is to make one or more sections, right? And each section can have one or more columns. This is the basic syntax, and if you notice the syntax, you have multiple different sections. This is a section, and you can see each section have fields, and there is a chance that each section might have multiple fields as well. So what we can do, we can copy this code, go back to our SharePoint site, paste the code, and we can rename it accordingly to our wish. So I've already created the code, so I would like to copy and paste it. So let me copy the code and come here, replace it. So what I would like to do is create my first section as employee information with two columns, employee name and department, travel details as another section, and approval details as a final section. If you are done, before clicking on save, you still have the option to preview it. Now you can see the three sections, whatever we have given in this code is available here: employee information, travel details, and approval details. So now I can click on save. So this looks bit more clearer than the previous view, whatever we have created. If you remember, still our logic, whatever we created for transport mode, still applies. If it is air, it will ask you for the additional column justification for air travel. If it is road or railway, it automatically hides that specific layout. To addition to this, we do have an option to make a field read only on certain conditions. So if you go back to the configure list items, and if you scroll down, the next option what you see is set custom fields to read only, and this is the syntax that we should follow to make the field read only. So let us copy the field settings, which is directly next to the section, and let's jump back to the SharePoint site where we have this body formatting done. If you see here, this section starts with a curly bracket, ends with this curly bracket. So next to the square bracket, we will paste the field settings, whatever we have copied. Now, what I would like to do is, I would like to make this transport mode read only. And here, there is a possibility that you can write a condition as well. So what I would like to do, I would like to make this transport mode read only if and if the status is fully approved. So what I will do, I'll go back again to the code, what we have copied in the conditional formula. So let me copy this, come back to the JSON formatting, and one thing what we need to make sure is this JSON accepts everything as string, so we need to paste the complete code directly inside the string. So here in the category, I would like to call my column status, and whenever the status is approved, I want to make this transport mode read only as true, else false. So I can click preview. Now you will not see a change. Now I can save this code. Once this is done, what you can do, you can open an existing request which is approved. So let's say this is the completely approved request. And if you see now, this transport mode is automatically read only. Now, as a next step, what we would like to do is to configure a header and a footer for this request. To do that, you can leverage the AI tools. So what you can do, you can go to the export, say export to CSV with schema, and you will have an Excel file, upload it to any of the bots like Claude AI or ChatGPT, and you can prompt in that you need a good header for your list. The reason why we need to export the CSV with the schema is that that bot will automatically know your internal name, and it will be able to give you the header and footer directly. So let me go to the new item again, and I'll go to the configure layout where now I'm currently on the header. So I have did this prompt and I got a JSON that I can use in the header, which I will be copy pasting. This is a JSON that I have received from ChatGPT. So what you can do, you can click on preview. Now you see this is a blank request. So you have an banner which says travel request. I think you will get the employee name if you type here. So this is a test user. So whenever you see an employee name typed in, you see that employee names comes here as well. So if you do the status pending, you will see this color. If you go to the approved request, you see the color of the header gets changed. So yes, we are good with that. Similarly, I would like to add a footer as well. So let me go and get the code what I have received from the ChatGPT again. So I would like to paste the code in the footer and let us do a preview as well. You see this status is blank, so it says pending approval, and whenever this is approved, approved, request approved, if it is rejected, it will show their status as request rejected. I would like to save this. Now if you open any of a specific request, let's say the approved request, you will see the travel request header submitted by the employee Karthik, request is approved, and your footer says the request approved as well. If you want to give an email address to contact, or if you want to give any company related information in the footer, you can obviously do so. By this we come to end of this video.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe our channel, hit the like button, and press the bell icon for our new video alerts.